Stop 3, Writer's Toolkits. The Writer's Toolkits are booklets that the students use whenever they are writing anything. In the time that I was in that classroom, we used them to jazz up our writing. So the students use these toolkits if they need help with any of the following ideas. With any of the following things: ideas for writing, organization, voice, sentence fluency, word choice, or conventions. In grade 6, we still have the provincial achievement tests, and those involve the students being able to write a newspaper article and a short story. As a teacher, I do need to teach the children how to write these specific forms, as stated in Cunningham and Allington. But in order to do this effectively, they need to be able to write descriptively and powerfully. Having these toolkits allows the students to gain ideas when they're stuck in their writing without having to physically stop and ask a teacher or a friend when they need an idea. Something else that Kim has the students do when they're writing is sort of like a later on spell check. She doesn't want the students worrying about spelling when they're writing, because if they have to stop to look up how a word is spelled, then they may lose their train of thought or their idea. In order to avoid having them stop, all she does is when they come across writing a word that they don't know how to spell, they do their best, they sound it out, but then they have to underline it in a different color. Once they've finished writing, they know they have to come back to the word so they can get the correct spelling. Nothing's to be handed in without the words corrected that were underlined, so it forces the students to practice proper spelling, but also allows them to write out their best ideas without interruption, which is again what those writer's toolkits help with. This is also really good for students in the class who have a fine motor delay. We've got some students who it takes a lot of time to write, so even just writing one word is really difficult for them, so making them stop while they're writing to look up spelling will really get them off track, and making them stop while they're writing to look up an adjective or an adverb, and to go and ask someone for that rather than just having the page open and knowing that the list is right there would get them really off track. The underline and go back strategy works great for these kids, and the writer's toolkits are also working really, really great for the kids. The objectives from curriculum that are met are 2.1, use strategies and cues. Integrate and apply knowledge of phonics, sight, vocabulary, language, and context clues. And structural analysis to read unfamiliar words and texts of increasing length and complexity. So that one is just about them being able to read the words in the writer's toolkits and then use them appropriately and understand, and then working on writing, right? And sounding out the words when they're spelling them. Then from 2.1 we also have choose the most appropriate reference to confirm the spellings or locations, or locate the meanings of unfamiliar words in oral, print, and other media texts. Then we have 4.1, enhance and improve. So choose words that capture a particular aspect of meaning and that are appropriate for context, audience, and purpose. And then we have 4.2, attend to conventions. So edit for and correct commonly misspelled words in own writing, using spelling generalizations and the meaning and function of words in context. So that just goes back to the going back and underlining.